the distance was walking distance between Ashford Street and Chapel Street. Make sure I remember the streets because Chapel Road. I mean, that was, you know, a lion has a range. We had a range.
And that was it.
And we could go anywhere we wanted to go. There were no gangs in those days.
Right.
We didn't have no turf wars.
And what was the age? What was y'all ages at the time that the Trojans started?
11 or 12.
Or younger?
Some 10. Some 10.
So let's say from 10 to 12,
10 to 13.
10 to 13. Oh, okay. And that's cool. Well, let's take it from there. Let's get the here we go from, let's talk about the team. Who played first base? Who was the first baseman on the team?
Stanley Cody.
Stanley Cody?
Stanley Cody was the first baseman. He's deceased now.
Okay.
Stanley lived in a group of apartments there on Simpson called Archer Way, right across from the Split T. But then most of these guys grew up right around between Chapel Road and Ashford Street. We had a few that brought in later on because they wanted to play for the Trojans. They weren't original Trojans, but then over the years, you know, we added to the team, and there were young men that really wanted to play for us because we were winning.
So are y'all a part of the first Trojan team, or was the Trojans already assembled?
No, we are it.
This is the
Creator.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, years was involved. That y'all had a legacy of winning.
Yeah.
Or was that first year easy or hard?
He worked us hard. I mean, really, he made us play. I mean, so it was good. It was good. Larry was there with Kobe and KC. They used to work. They used to work us.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it though.
Because I read in the book that you was the oldest.
For me?
Yeah.
I was
he was old.
only a couple of years, but I was the oldest. I'm not sure, the very first year we played, if you were the Trojans, I want to say the Angels, but I'm not sure, but we joined the City Recreation Department League. We were the Simpson Trojans. And I remember it distinctly because you guys remember what we played in? T-shirts, pair of jeans. I had white T-shirts filled up, but I had Simpson across the Simpson Trojans. From that point on, we became, I don't want to say this in our own time, but we became a team that kind of catered to the community. And a lot of people gravitated toward us because of what we were doing.
Right.
The biggest thing was most of these young men, they never got in trouble. And that was the main thing. If you can imagine, never being 13, never being 15, you know, that's kind of hard to tell a female 15 to tell a 13-year-old
What to do, right.
You know, you need to sit down, you don't do this, you give me 15 laps, you're on the team. But that's just where it was. And you don't mind to keep talking.
No, keep talking.
Okay. At the time, I chose Levi. He was our captain.
Okay.
And with the help of the parents, the main thing, I can't give enough credit to the parents because they wanted their kids to play. And because it gave them, well, I don't know if it gave them, but it gave that child an opportunity to do something besides being in trouble.
Right.
The main thing was that, and then it just so happened that as a coach, I was on the varsity baseball team at Turner High School. Some of the things I learned from Coach Gray, George Gray, was how to coach and how to get the guys together and make them be a winner. But one thing that I have to teach these young guys, the fundamentals. Once we taught fundamentals, everything just kind of fell in place, and we started winning. The people started paying attention. Parents started paying attention. Sponsorship, we got a whole lot of sponsorship. We got to realize this was the early '60s.
Right.
A lot of people didn't make a lot of money.
Right.
But we were able to, to get things together. Once the ball started rolling, with the help of parents like Miss Ragsdale here, and my sister, she was my age, and Frankie, they were all my age, but they helped us. We needed them because one way that we made money was we sold Krispy Kreme donuts on Saturday morning.
Okay.
We sold them for 50 cents a box, and we would get 20. We got half of that. So we sold 100 boxes of donuts. We got 20. That's only $25 that we profited.
Right.
But with that, and the help of some other adults, especially Ray McGahee, Benny was his name. He was again, we're talking about days of curvation. Back in the 60s, even at Rita McGahee, who sold most all of the sporting goods, all of the different high schools, they were segregated. They had a black guy, Rita McGahee, who dealt with black people.
Right.
And Benny was also an instructor, a tennis instructor at Washington Park. But Benny helped us. He gave me things like every now and then he'd find a bat that didn't belong to somebody. He would just add some little things too. He saw what we were trying to do on Simpson, and it just everything else fell in place. Like I said, with the parents' help and the fact that these young men, they wanted to win. I mean, especially by the practice. I mean, I hit the ball so hard, he'd tell me, man, that's all you can do.
I read something about Lee. I said, had a hard time with it first time.
And I tried to do it more than all of some of the drills that I had. Most of the young boys, they would quit. I ran until they got tired. Every time I had a problem, they disciplined themselves. I didn't have to. Only one or two times I had to tell a couple of guys, bye. Because they said, well, I quit. And the thing about it, I'll tell you, I let them quit. But then to come back, I didn't let them come back.
Right.
These guys let each other come back. They come back and say, Coach, come on, he didn't mean that. And as far as I was concerned, to get their attention and let them know that I wasn't really playing. And it happened 2 or 3 years. Ron, he was the biggest thing. He was 6 feet, 12 years old. He got on the end, rolling, and even him, I didn't really have a problem with him, but I'm sure he wanted to jump on me a couple of times. But the thing is, I taught him how to win, and winning, that's what happened. We won. And I guess another good thing was with the help of our females, we were able to do real good. I mean, first year we had jeans and t-shirts. Next year we had uniforms. I mean, we were coming out really looking good, and we were winning. That played a real big part. Getting people, when you're winning, people want to gravitate. They want to kind of help you. And that's what happened with all the parents. And I guess the thing I can say about the parents was, a lot of them came from single parent households. And I'm sure they're not ashamed to say so, because that's what it was.
Yeah.
But we didn't look at it like that. When we were growing up, you didn't have daddy at the house, but I didn't.
Well,
Mom was
everything.
just as tough, especially with these guys. So we all got together and we got some, and some of the